What if BC is using a secret land policy that pits Indigenous nations against each other and calling it reconciliation? I'm Felix Chan, and this is your daily news breakdown. Today, we're talking about a major lawsuit out of northern BC and what it says about how the province handles overlapping Indigenous land claims. Tsay Keh Dene First Nations, I'm just going to call them the Tsay Keh Dene Nation, is taking the BC government to court, claiming there's a hidden policy that lets First Nations switch between historical identities to stake bigger territorial claims. Now, why does this matter? Because it's allegedly costing TKD their land, their revenue, and their voice. Here's how it all started. In October 2025, the nation learned that their forestry revenue was about to take a nosedive. Turns out, the province had been negotiating with their neighbors, the Kwadacha Nation, without telling them. A new territorial map came out of those talks, and 90% of what TKD previously claimed was now overlapping with Kwadacha. And here's the twist. Back in 1959, the federal government forced TKD and Kwadacha into a single band for administrative convenience. That history of forced merging, the lawsuit says BC is now using that to justify splitting the land in favor of Kwadacha. But this isn't just about maps, it's about money. The lawsuit also says BC concealed negotiations with Kwadacha over carbon credit agreements worth millions. These atmospheric benefits agreements could give Kwadacha control over environmental resources that TKD says are rightfully theirs. BC denies there's any new policy, but TKD is calling it out as a government strategy that sows discord by turning Indigenous communities against one another. They argue it violates DRIPA, the province's own law meant to uphold Indigenous rights. And if the courts agree, it could rewrite the rules for how BC negotiates land claims moving forward. So here's the big question. Is this really reconciliation or just colonialism 2.0 in a new suit? Drop a comment if you want more coverage like this, and hit newsletter if you want a deeper analysis, and share this video with someone who cares about Indigenous rights and land justice in Canada.